the other resource and tool that I have found helpful, especially as far as journey work goes, is putting aside our ego, putting aside our earth mind, and allowing our star being, our star self, to take over. Having that been said, I love to use this tool, this meditation, when getting started, as a way of almost putting my physical mind on a bench so that I can trust other aspects. I can allow other things to come in where I'm not trying to control it, because part of journey work is surrendering. And it's almost like we have the right side of our brain, which is the free-flowing, it's the connective, it's the spiritual, it's the trusting. And then we have the left side, which is very analytical. It questions things, it's the drive, it gets things done. And in life, of course, in this physical realm, we need both. It's the masculine, the feminine, the yin and the yang. It's part of this human experience. And it's almost as if when stepping into journey work, it's quieting, turning the volume down on the left side and turning the volume up on the right side as a way of surrendering, trusting to the flow, allowing that flow to work within, to heal, to move, and to inspire. And so this is going to be a journey and a meditation to help you release or to let go of the mental mind. Not that we're getting rid of it, but we're giving it something to do. You give it a pen and a paper and ask that part of you to take notes about what you've been exploring and experiencing. So then when you come back down, you're able to recollect more of that information that you experienced in your journey work, because your mind is taking notes, but it's not controlling what you're experiencing. And then when we call back, we're calling back together. And an extremely part of journey work is the integration afterward. So you can sit and meditate and have this amazing experience and then get up and leave, but it hasn't fully come back down into the physical realm. It hasn't been integrated into the earth self. If we've experienced it only in the star self and we don't actually integrate it into the world, it just is kind of sitting here. And it can go away, it can fall back, we can lose it, we can forget about it. So that's why I always have a pen and a paper. And after you come back, even if it's just taking a little bit of notes, most of the journeys that you'll experience, I will walk you through. Coming back here, after we've come back into our center, we're breathing, we're back here, I'll walk you through in the physical mind what we went through. And I have you just take notes about the little things that stuck out to you so that you can remember those things. And then afterward, you can go in and write more detail or think more about it or have it spark more interest for you. But if we're not taking the notes to reintegrate or to connect it back in, it's a whole lot easier for us to just forget about it. And a lot of times during this integration back, I'll be like, okay, how was this? What did you explore here? What was this like? What stuck out there? A lot of times that's like, oh, I remember there was a squirrel here. There was something here. And then if we look into the meanings behind those things, it brings a whole nother message all in of itself. And so while you're in this realm of journeying, you can notice if something keeps showing up or what flowers are there. You know, in one of my journeys, I saw all these beautiful purple little flowers everywhere, and they were like leading up to my ancestors. And I came back and I'd been trying to find what those purple flowers were, and I couldn't find them anywhere out here. And then when we moved to Georgia, we literally got into the state of Georgia, we got to a gas station, I took my dogs to go to the bathroom, and there were those freaking purple flowers that I hadn't been able to find even the name of. And yet they were right there. And then I was like, oh, I could look at this and figure out what these were. And it just felt like a confirmation for myself. And there are times where you'll meet an animal ally or a spirit guide, or they'll give you a gift. And when you can come back down and remember that and then look it up in the physical realm, well, what does this mean? What spiritual idea could this spark? We can look it up. And it's not giving your power away to say, hey, I see this willow tree. What does this tree represent? And then read it and take it for what it is. No, it's meant to spark a deeper insight for yourself. A willow tree is all about being able to mold and to hold on this great depth. You know, it has, the branches are so heavy, it can hold so much, it can move, it can grow, it has such a sturdy stability. So if you're looking at that and you're like, okay, I saw this willow tree, well, then give yourself time to sit with that and dive deeper. This is the meaning. How does this connect to me? What messages can I pull from this? And the integration is just as powerful, if not more powerful, in bringing the star self and the earth self together. It's bridging spirit and physical together. And by integrating, by writing, reflecting, allowing that to be part of you, being curiously open, that is where the true beauty and power aligns with journey work. It's because it's cool to float in the stars and to see those things. But how does that affect, how does it have direct effect on your physical journey here and now? How does that help you navigate this human journey? How does that help your star self fully be present, fully experience the human experience? There's purpose in all of those things, and these are all reflections of who we are. At one time, I was really depleted. I was giving too much of myself, and I come to my journey realm, I come into my grove, and everything was dead. And I felt so depleted, and I called upon my archangels to help me, and we went around watering and refueling, bringing color back into my journey realm. And as I came back here, it was like, I need to be drinking more water. How do I refuel myself so that I can bring this aliveness back? And maybe there was a tree or a cactus that was dead, and then I'd look into the cactus meaning here, and I was like, oh, that has such significance. So it's a reflection. Our physical body and our spiritual self are a reflection of each other. You know, we have this, right now we have it being like this, right? Our spirit, our earth, our star self, and our earth self connect to the heart. But at some point we become aware that they're together. There's no separation. It's one experience. But as we're getting started in the foundations, it's important to remember this. But as we bridge our journey work together, it's bringing both of them together. If you're looking at it above, that there is no separation, that they are one continual flow. So anyways, I hope this really sparked a lot of interest. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I will once again be having resources along with all of these videos. So please, I hope you enjoy.